I'm Joe Padula.
And I'm Maria Haycraft.
And this is the local news you need to know, absolutely.
Morning, Joe.
What's up, Maria?
Took long enough. Dang technology.
Well, it looks like some good technology got some
That's right.
some astronauts from outer space
Speaking of
back home.
astronauts.
Yeah. Elon Musk, SpaceX. They get the stranded astronauts back home safe. Allegedly.
Did Elon Musk send them?
Mm-hmm.
Or NASA?
SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Muskster. And Elon says it was political, too.
That
They
were
could have been
stuck?
home. Yeah.
Ugh, that's stupid.
Isn't that crazy? He's like, yeah, they could have been home in July.
Why'd they do that?
Yeah, Elon said that he offered them up. This was to the Biden administration in 2024.
Oh.
He goes like, yeah, I can get them out because they were only supposed to be up there for 8 days. These two.
Right.
Right, or the entire crew. But these two were up there for like 288 days. They were only supposed to be up there for 8.
And they bring enough supplies that they could actually survive that long, because that's like an astronomically large amount of time to be up there compared to the 8 days.
You're
Okay,
gonna do stupid puns all day or what?
probably.
All right, good.
So you're like, all right, I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket
Comments
ship.
aren't showing up. All right, John. Thanks for the heads up, brother.
I'm going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship,
Uh-huh.
going to the sky. Anyways, so, but you plan for a trip. You might plan, maybe like 3 or 4 extra days going to space. So, okay, let's plan for an extra 2 weeks.
Well, the one guy, he's from Middle Tennessee, so you know he's a survivor.
Right.
Okay.
But no, they needed to plan for an extra 200 days. Like, how do you?
I don't know. We'll find out.
That's
Stay
just
tuned.
wild.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep the comments coming. If they're not popping up on the screen, I do apologize. We've been dealing with some technical issues today. Technical issues. All right. I get so frustrated with technical issues.
Buy Joe a new computer. Let's do a GoFundMe for Joe.
Yeah. I got to.
Create a GoFundMe.
I got to. Someone that could build computers. I got to run into them. I got to contact them.
Do it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Oh no, not the hourglass.
Oh, man.
Do you see the hourglass?
I see it.
You know, it's a computer be like, I hear you. I hear you talking trash. All right, so Elon
Yay.
Musk, okay, and SpaceX, that gets the stranded astronauts back home safe. So here is WKRN, I believe, and they're going to tell us the story here. Allegedly. All right, so let's go back just a couple days where they began their return trip to Earth. Here's WKRN.
New this morning,
Fire,
two
Chris.
astronauts have started the return flight back to Earth. Middle Tennessee native Butch Wilmore and partner Sonny Williams have spent 9
That's
months
Butch.
aboard.
That's Sonny. Okay, and Sonny has the best hair I've ever seen on a woman.
Super curly.
Oh, it's all over the place. Yeah. Are they lovers?
Probably not.
I mean, 288 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're single, they probably had a fun time.
Maria.
International Space Station. They were only supposed to spend a week in space, but after their Boeing spacecraft had issues, it returned to Earth without them. Late last week, a SpaceX rocket launched with the crew to replace the stranded astronauts. Williams and Wilmore took
the
off
hair?
from the ISS just after midnight. They're now expected to splash down off the coast of Florida around 5 p.m. this evening.
All right, so 5 p.m. yesterday, around that time, the stranded astronauts, including Middle Tennessee native, returned to Earth.
Yay.
Yay! Allegedly.
Wilmore,
The lady
a Tennessee
looks like
native, had
Elvira
planned for a
with her
week.
hair.
She looks like Elvira. Yeah, I guess so. Elvira or Frankenstein's wife.
Yeah, maybe that's who I was
Right.
thinking of.
Yeah, Elvira's the one with the big boobs.
Yeah, no, and she's got long black hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's wife.
Yeah, the Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride
She-
of Frankenstein. Mm-hmm.
Long mission on Boeing's first manned space flight alongside Williams. But the Starliner capsule suffered multiple problems, leaving the
Wait, what are they eating up there?
I know. I was like, they probably need to ration that. They don't know.
No, I'm sure they're able to be sent supplies, right?
Are they?
Yeah, and there's like a drive-through window that sucks it in, right?
Just get sent supplies?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
They door dashed.
I'm really jonesing for a burger.
Uber Eats went up there. That'd be awesome. Space Uber Eats?
Multiple problems, leaving the pair there for 9 months. Tonight, the famed astronauts are back under the pull of gravity, eager to return to their families. They departed from the International Space Station early this morning and splashed down off the coast of Florida just about an hour or so ago.
Wilmore's alma mater, Tennessee Tech, is celebrating his return, saying his mission has not only cemented his place in the history of Tennessee Tech, but also in the history of U.S. spaceflight.
Cool.
So they were just floating out there
Yeah, just floating on the space station.
on a space station.
288 days. Days. You know, their bones are all like nothing now, right?
Yeah, because they didn't eat that whole time. They fasted.
Well, plus that in that anti-gravity situation,
Yeah.
your bones just start to go like, I'm not needed.
Yeah, that is a lot of days.
Like when they got home, and I'll show you in a moment. Like they have to put them in like stretchers. They don't want them walking.
Oh.
And that's like typical protocol. But yeah,
They don't want them walking.
No.
They don't even try.
no, they're like, yo, you got to acclimatize back here. We got gravity, bro.
In addition to Mount Juliet students and alumni at
Mount
his
Juliet.
alma mater, Tennessee Tech, they are eager to see Butch return.
Butch.
Today, News 2's Nikki
His name's
McGee spoke
Butch.
with the university's president,
That's my
who's
mom's
been communicating with Butch
husband's
throughout
nickname.
Yeah, of course his name's Butch.
this 9-month delay.
From his hometown in Mount Juliet to his college ties in Cookeville.
Whoa.
For many, Barry Butch Wilmore is an inspiration.
To know that a Tennessee Tech graduate is setting the stage on an international level, and will obviously go down in the history books of doing some amazing things.
University president and personal friend Phil Oldham met Wilmore 13 years ago. With that, these last 9 months have been uneasy after repeated delays and plans to return home in flux.
You know, we've been nervous.
What'd she say?
In flux.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
See all that water behind them?
Yeah.
Yep. It's a lot of water.
So what are you saying?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
I don't know.
Maria, what are you saying?
What do you think that water says?
That they're training to be astronauts.
Yep. Underwater.
Yeah. All right. Are you saying that they weren't in space?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. If Elon said they're in space, I kind of trust Elon. No?
But could space be water?
You're saying it's water out there?
I don't know.
Listen, if it's water out there, why are there no fish?
You don't know. Maybe it's a different kind.
All right. I'm going up. Listen, if Butch can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like that they're called astronauts.
I know.
They're more like passengers.
Right.
They're space passengers.
Space passengers makes way more sense.
Right, like-
than an astronaut.
When I think astronaut, I think he's flipping buttons, steering. You know what I mean? Oh no, here's an asteroid, move.
right. These guys are just sitting there strapped in.
Yeah. Yeah, eating food and hanging out with women with beautiful hair. Yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, I'm not so keen on the word astronaut being used. But hey, I'm glad Butch is back. Allegedly.
Yep.
Did he even leave? Is what Maria's saying.
No, I'm not saying. I think they left, but where they went exactly is the question. And what exactly is space is the question.
Is space water? Let us know in the comments.
Return home in flux.
You know, we've been nervous and anxious for Barry, and but every time we've had a chance to speak with him, he's calmed our concerns. He knows the importance of what he's doing, and he knows the risks that are associated with it. But there's something inside him that drives him to say, "Hey, if that's possible, I want to try that."
It's a mindset Oldham says is par for the course for Wilmore. During his time at Tennessee Tech, he earned his bachelor's and master's degree, made it into the school sports hall of fame, and is still involved as an active board member.
You know, I'm not sure anybody is completely prepared for what they've had to go through, but if there is, it would be Barry Wilmore.
Although Oldham is eager to welcome his good friend back to campus, he first wants to see Wilmore reconnect with his wife and 2 teenage daughters.
Oh, his wife has got to have a lot of questions. Right?
Right.
Butch's wife.
And how much is he allowed to say?
Oh, no, Maria. I hear you. I understand you. I get your questions.
I want to question it all. No,
get your questions.
Everyone just accepts it. Just question all of it.
I hear you.
That's
okay.
it.
Now, I believe that they were scheduled to land on the moon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
These guys were scheduled to land on the moon?
Yeah, sure. We'll just put that out there.
I absolutely don't think they have been to the moon.
Okay. I have questions about the moon landing as well, with the radiation belt and everything out there. Mm-hmm. I get it. Especially the technology of 1969. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. And the technology that we have today.
And the light sources on the video.
Okay. I get it. I get the questioning. Whether Stanley Kubrick. Here's my current theory.
Okay.
They did make a backup video. Just in case they failed. Why? Propaganda.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. The Russians are looking, and they are winning because they got cosmonaut in space first. First, that's not Russian. But yeah. So I would not put it past the U.S. government to have a backup video saying, "Hey, we did it." Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it.
Yep.
Right. But is there a flag up there right now, an American flag?
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay.
But did humans put it up there?
Oh, there's
or
no
was
telling.
it machine?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? Okay. Listen, now we got to go put a flag up there. We released this video. Okay, now we got to put a flag up there just in case.
Right?
All right.
In case someone else gets there.
Go send up the machines, okay, to do it. All right.
Because a meteor shower couldn't take it out or anything.
No, freedom blocks it.
Freedom?
Yeah, freedom blocks it.
Freedom blocks our flag, even on the moon.
Yeah, like this. And it pecks.
However, once Wilmore has settled, his alma mater will be anxiously waiting to see him again.
Despite his notoriety at this point nationally, I hope people, once he's back home, get a chance to meet the real Barry Wilmore. I think they'll be even more impressed once they get to know who he is personally.
So was he fake before?
Look forward to that.
No, he's real. He's always been
just
real.
get him home safe.
He said, meet the real.
Just ask his wife. 288 days, honey. She's smelling for perfume right now. She's looking for glitter. Right?
Glitter.
Yeah, she's looking. Is there any glitter on this man?
NASA expects to welcome Wilmore and his crew home Tuesday evening. However, that timeline is subject to change. Nikki McGee, News 2.
Nikki McGee, News 2.
So that was before they returned.
Listen, here's the thing, okay? If this was water, he wouldn't be floating.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
It could be different in those types of
Space
waters.
water?
Could be.
I don't think there's water out there.
I don't know. It might be space.
I think due to the lack of oxygen.
It might be water. It might be an area that we can't even access.
Water is H2O.
And once you get into a certain level of our atmosphere,
okay,
it becomes like this. And we actually can't even break through that. I don't know.
All I'm saying is to have H2O, you need the O. What is the O?
Oh.
No, not New Kids on the Block.
Oh.
The right stuff.
Every time I see her. Okay.
First time was the first time. First time.
I can't remember the rest.
First time was the best time. Second time was a blast. Third time was the third time. Now we have to fast.
Good catch. Good save.
All right, let's go to X. Let's see what's on X about the astronauts.
Let's see.
John Doe says, drug test her. John Doe's not wrong. Let's see.
But, like, on the flip side, like, I feel like Elon Musk is very a trustworthy human. So if there were something weird, would he say it? Or would he withhold truth, too? I don't know.
Speaking of Musk, all right, here.
You know what I'm saying? Or
maybe ask you one political question, just for
figure
clarification purposes only. I don't think this should really be a political night. I think this is, a moment where the country should celebrate the fact that you were able to rescue them, that it happened successfully in spite of the difficulty, the challenges, and the danger. But I just want to clarify on the issue of whether or not you had offered to send this rocket to space to rescue these astronauts sooner to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I heard somebody earlier today say, in fact, that didn't happen when I believe it did.
No, we definitely offered to return the astronauts earlier. There's no question about that. The astronauts were only supposed to be there for 8 days, and they've been there for almost 10 months.
Damn.
So obviously that doesn't make any sense. SpaceX could have brought the astronauts back after a few months at most, and we made that offer to the Biden administration. It was rejected for political reasons, and that's just a fact.
Yeah, it looks like the Team Biden, because I don't know if it was Biden making the decisions,
Right, his
you know
people,
what I mean?
yeah.
Didn't want pro-Trump Elon getting a win during the campaign season,
Right.
which is terrible. If that's true, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's pretty bad, yo.
And who does that help? It's just so Elon Musk or SpaceX wouldn't get any recognition. It's all about that.
See, look, they did land from space. Here's the proof.
Yeah. That's sure proof to me.
Okay, there's the proof right there.
That they didn't just fall out of an atmospheric sky.
Yeah, if they didn't fall from space, where'd they fall from, Maria?
A layer of our atmosphere is a possibility as well.
Yeah, so they were in space.
Oh, I think there's layers to it.
Look,
That
see?
view was from inside.
How awesome, though.
Be a pretty fun free fall.
Like we said before, things moving very quickly.
We still have to enter this way? We can't come up with a better way of returning when it comes like this?
Dude, I don't even know.
You know what I mean?
The whole thing is wild to
Like,
me.
where's the space shuttle? Why won't you improve the space shuttle?
Yeah, like the...
It takes off, and it comes back in and lands. You know what I mean? On a runway. Why are we still landing in water?
It's probably... 'cause
Was this a
it's-
type of emergency?
Well,
Cle-
maybe because...
As
Doesn't
Dragon
it, like,
Freedom
burn
makes its
as
way.
it's falling? So wouldn't it make sense to make
Next
it land in
event
the water?
coming up will be deployment
So
of
it
the
could-
drogue parachutes.
Yeah,
This
but if we
occurs
were able
around
to do the
2000.
space shuttle landings, we would go up in space, and then when it's time to come back home, the space shuttle,
Oh,
all right, comes in. I mean, you've seen the space shuttle, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
That can land.
it's like a space plane.
I don't know. It seems like everything burns up when it comes back down. And maybe they, in order to get up there, wherever they're at, there's not enough
station are-
like equipment that isn't burned, or they don't have enough
of
fuel.
that.
They can't take enough fuel to go up and back. I don't know. There's got to be like there's weight issues, like how much weight you could bring. Making it so you could come back that way, you might have.
So 2 of these guys that were in here were only in space for like 180 or 22 days. But these 2, the guy and the girl,
There we have it. Some waves. Some
288 days.
Big waves down, the little
Yeah, what's up, Kelsey?
I wonder how heavy your legs feel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, their bones are so brittle because of the anti-gravity. Like, that's why they got to lay them down on stretchers to wheel them off.
I wonder if like their water therapy would be good for them.
I think water therapy would be fantastic. I think they should go to waterdogs.scuba.com
Exactly.
and sign up.
Get their certification and bring their gear into space and do it on the space water.
This is why I believe that these 2 did not do any funny business while up there. While Butch and Sonny over here,
Sunni.
look at that Bride of Frankenstein hair.
Right?
It's very sexy. It is when it's floating like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Joe wants a mermaid.
Yes. Yes. Ariel. No,
Ariel.
Ariel's sisters.
A redheaded mermaid for sure. That does make sense.
No.
'Cause you're
Ariel's crazy. Ariel's a psycho. All right. Ariel's the type of mermaid that keys conch shells. Yeah. She keys conch shells all the time. She's one of those.
Say that 10 times fast.
I can't.
Keys, conch, shells.
Yeah, keys, conch, shells.
Keys, I can't.
Yeah, Ariel's a psycho
Yeah.
who likes older men. You know, she's like 14 in that story.
Oh, wow.
Prince Eric's like 32.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hey.
And hey, dummy. All right? You signed your name on the contract to get rid of your voice for
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
Okay? So we know you have the ability to read and write.
You're right.
So when you're out there, just write a letter to Eric telling him everything that's happening. Dear Eric, hey, listen, I have a king as a dad, okay? All you have to do is just, like, marry me, and I get my voice back, and we live happily ever after. And I don't have to key your conch shells anymore. But here,
Moral of the story is communication.
yeah, communication.
Communication.
So here's why I don't think that this guy and this woman had any funny business up there.
We're all the product of our life experiences, and this extended business trip of yours certainly qualifies. What is your life lesson or takeaway from these 9 months in space?
Well, in answer to your question, I can tell you honestly, my feeling on all of this goes back to my faith. It's bound in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is working out his plan and his purposes for his glory throughout all of humanity, and how that plays into our lives is significant and important. And however that plays out, and I am content because I understand that. I understand that he's at work in all things. Some things are for the good. Go to Hebrews chapter 11. Some things look to us to be not so good, but it's all working out for his good for those that will believe, and that's the answer. So, thanks for asking.
We're all the product of our life experience.
All right. Do you think that guy's he's lying to you?
No, I don't think he's lying.
Do you think
but how much of a ruse could they pose around people and
to make them think that what they're in is not space?
That is as well. Yeah. Is it possible?
Of course, that's possible.
Yeah. Because
and
how many astronauts are there? It's the most difficult, has the least amount of people because it's easier to contain. Is it not?
yeah.
Just
well, that's
saying.
like saying you could use that situation in any type of rare profession.
You could.
Such
You
as
could, but this one is scrutinized.
But now you're doubting dolphins because the dolphins came to visit as they landed. Take a look.
Oops, my phone has been recording what we're saying.
Oh. Well, maybe they are recording everything we're saying, Maria.
Maybe. I bet they are.
So, yeah, the dolphins came to see him. What's up, Billy Tunes?
What's
How you
this metal
doing?
piece of junk in my backyard? Get it out of here.
Yeah, here's the splashdown. It's funny NASA's posting it because they're the one that dropped the ball on this one, I believe. NASA couldn't get him out. They had to rely on Elon and SpaceX to get him back home.
Crew 9 back on Earth.
Yeah, the SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. Yeah, why didn't they get the shuttles? Why won't SpaceX create the shuttles where they can just come in and land on the airport like normal people instead of splashing down in water, playing with dolphins?
Well, I don't know if it. We could go on so many theories. I don't know. I could question it all. That makes you question less because you're like, oh, it just appears out of the sky. Where did it come from?
Oh, yeah, and they landed in the Gulf of America.
And they landed in the Gulf of America.
Okay. All right. What's up, KG? How you doing? All right. Yeah, the Gulf of America. I love it. Yep, this is when the SpaceX crew came into
first crew,
the
10 astronaut through the hatch.
They're like, listen, we're taking you home.
Peskov.
Oh, look, she's dancing. She's a freak, this one. I like her.
Cole Ayers, the first of the Fly's newest class of astronauts.
She's like, yes, finally, different people. I had to hear dad jokes for 288 days from these guys.
So
good.
This is when the crew was rescuing them.
Yes, this is when the SpaceX crew, and I like the fact, see, SpaceX is so smart, okay? They had the insight to send a sandwich maker up there in case they were hungry.
What?
Yeah. They sent a sandwich maker up there.
What are you talking about?
A woman.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous.
In case someone needed sandwiches, they sent this lady up just to make sure.
Why did they send so many people?
I don't know. I'm sure this is for optics. I'm sure people are running things inside the other ship that went to go get them.
Oh, so this is all a part of the film studio too.
Yeah. Did you forget about the emails again? John Doe, I did. Sorry.
What emails?
John Doe wants to join us in the studio, and we got to have him in. My bad, brother. I hate emails. But yeah, pretty cool stuff, whether it happened or not, right, Maria?
Very interesting.
She has her doubts. But yeah, pretty cool. Look, this is all real, see?
Yeah, they're really good at filming stuff.
No, this is a window.
It's a window.
That's a window. This is a big boat. This is a big boat in the ocean. This is front row view.
Yep.
There you go. Elon Musk and SpaceX gets stranded astronauts back home safe, including our very own Middle Tennessee's Butch. I like it. Butch. Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do so now. Okay. Maria?
Yes.
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. We're going to have a word.
Yeah, no matter what, there's faith. Get into that book. It's so divine, that book. Anytime I try and listen to people debunk it, it just backfires.
I know.
It's amazing. All right.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Wednesdays, Maria comes in, brings a Bible verse to the table. Well, today she brings Luke 7:47. Her sins are forgiven, for she loved much. But he who is forgiven little loves little. So this gentleman here is fantastic looking, by the way. This guy looks amazing, doesn't he? Look at him.
Yes.
I'm glad he's on our side.
It's Louis.
So he's about to tell the story of when a woman who came to Jesus and started cleaning him and praising him, correct?
Yep.
Right. And then the people in the room, how dare you, right?
Yep.
And then Jesus goes, hey.
Yep.
Take it easy. Let's take a look.
I am Louis with Passion, and today our verse is Luke chapter 7, verse 47, and Jesus is speaking. He says, "Therefore I tell you, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But he who is forgiven little loves little." What Jesus is talking about is how our response to him in worship and gratitude shows the depth of which we understand his saving grace in our lives. To love him little, to worship him little, to be slightly moved towards him just shows that we didn't feel like we needed to be saved from very much. This woman had a rough life and a rough past. She'd made her way into this dinner party. She'd come to where Jesus was reclining at the table. She had this expensive ointment with her, and she began to weep and shed tears on his feet and wipe his feet with her hair and put the ointment on his feet. And when the religious people who were there saw it, they were like, oh, he obviously doesn't know who this woman is and what her life has been about. And then he tells them quickly, two people owed money to the same guy. One owed a little, one owed a lot. They both got their debt wiped out. Which one was more grateful? And they all spoke up and said the one who owed a lot was more grateful. And he said, exactly. And this woman, she's had a rough go of it. And now here she is with gratitude, recognizing who I am. And because of that, I am forgiving her sins. Not because of her acts and her work. He says a verse later, your faith has saved you. But he said, this woman, she gets it. She knows that no matter how far you go, God's love goes further, and it can reach you wherever you are. And when I see that and you see that, when we see that and receive that kind of grace, we want to respond to God with everything that is in our heart.
Yeah, when I heard that, what's really crazy is I was like going through the different verses, and I was like, "Oh, I really like this one" or whatever. And then it just so happened to be this morning's when I did this, where I was like, and then when you just played it, I was like, "That's the one that I sent you." That's crazy.
That is the one you sent me.
I did, yeah, but I sent it yesterday, and it's today's verse of the day. It does. They don't post ahead of time. I know. So I was like, okay, that's weird. Well, then like I was thinking a lot about this because we like to sit in like comparison. Like you didn't come from as bad of a situation as I did, or you don't. You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
Well, of course I don't know what you've been through. But I know for myself, I know what I've been through, and I know how much I've needed the Lord to help me through it. And that's what makes this relevant, because I am so thankful, because where I was not a good place.
I hear you.
And where I am is still not where I want to be fully, because I'm not with him yet. But I'm growing, and I am on that journey with him, and he lives in my heart, and I love him, and I depend desperately on him, and I recognize him as my savior, and that makes me so grateful. And that's what matters.
What I got out of this, or what I was able to relate to, is, oh boy, do I owe so much.
Our debt.
Oh boy, my debt. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing. Now, Luke 7:48, it goes further. She gets up, and then she goes make sandwiches for the guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's. I think that's Luke 7:48. Right.
That's ridiculous.
Very good stuff, Marie. Very good stuff. Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Boom. All right. We're running out of time, huh, Maria?
Yes.
Because you got Bible study, huh?
Yes.
All right, so we'll finish up with this. Ashland City Police, they find cocaine after wrestling with the suspect. Nah, we won't get into this one, even though it's an Andy Cordan special. 20 people rescued after the carnival ride breaks down in Houston County. Montgomery County had to go send their people to get these people because Houston County couldn't do it.
It seems like there is a common denominator here.
Yeah, we rule.
We constantly need rescue.
Yeah, and Montgomery County is awesome.
Space needs rescue.
Clarksville
County needs rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we need rescue.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that I would die up there.
She thought she was going to die. That's a little dramatic.
Stranded in midair when a carnival ride malfunctioned in Aaron.
What would you do if you're up here, Maria?
I don't
like
know.
Maria, like these are like chairs that you could just slide right through.
Swing.
Do you know what I mean? How can you be up this high and just in like a bench? It's a bench. It's a bench with a bar going over your lap.
Yeah. I mean, are they safe just being still? Or is it breaking?
I would so be spitting. You know what I mean? Right.
Riders stranded in midair when a carnival ride malfunctioned.
That is pretty high up, though.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 2 at 6.
John Doe, you should be ashamed of yourself. That is not true.
Fire crews rescued 20 people after
No,
the
it's
Aaron
not.
Fire
It's
Department
not true.
ladder could not reach them. News 2's Kendall Ashman spoke to several victims who say they were dangling for more than 3 hours.
3 hours?
When they say dangling, they make it out like they're holding on for dear life. But they're sitting in chairs.
Yeah, I would so be peeing.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Well, in 3 hours, you probably have to.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, sorry, guys. What? No. It's not Gatorade. Run.
But I'm stuck in the air right now.
It's terrifying video from riders who
I'm
were
stuck in the
dangling
air right now.
over 65 feet in the air last night.
Man, they make it sound so ominous.
Yeah.
I was crying. I was praying. I was just begging
glad
God
you
to literally come down from heaven and to
Autumn, take it easy. It's okay.
I've been praying too.
Yeah, Autumn, it's all right. It's all right. Just relax.
begging God to literally come down from heaven and to save us, because it was literally my worst nightmare.
Well, it looks like
then
God.
why'd you get on the ride?
Oh, yeah. Well, she was testing her limits. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I think she broke the ride.
Oh, my gosh. That's so mean.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
I think, her and her friends broke the ride.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
I think they were horse playing.
Oh.
Autumn Baggett, Addison Mathis, along with their younger sisters, snapped this photo after 8 p.m. when they boarded the Star Tower. Moments
Oh, that's pretty high up, though.
Oh, that's the one that goes up and down and spins.
Slingshot
later,
out.
the ride malfunctioned, straining them and more than a dozen riders.
I looked back at Malia and Addison, and I think that's whenever we all thought we're literally fixing to die. I mean,
No,
we
Autumn.
sat there dangling in the air for over an hour before anyone could tell us anything.
Once emergency responders arrived, the Air and Fire Department determined their 75-foot ladder truck could not reach the...
Imagine that. You're up there 3 hours. Finally, help arrives. And like,
Oh, too far.
almost got you.
We're going to send a helicopter next.
How embarrassing.
Gonna throw you a rope.
How embarrassing. Their thing's not long enough. They had to call Clarksville for their bigger thing to come get them.
So we have a taller ladder.
Yeah.
riders.
Yeah.
Firefighters' ladders would not extend to the height that we needed to reach us. So I was like,
Of
oh,
course,
this is
yeah.
great. Of course, our small town, like they're supposed to be here to help us. What's going on?
Several crews were called in to assist.
Jump.
We're waiting on the fire trucks from
You know,
Clarksville to get here.
in the cartoons, they put those sheets out and everyone's around it and they're like going
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, the
watch-
parachute.
Watch it for
Yeah.
them and then they like bounce.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't they just do that?
I would have set up trampolines.
Trampolines too.
Yeah, trampolines.
Can you
No,
imagine
bouncy house.
Can you imagine the bounce back on a trampoline?
Yo,
Ooh.
bounce houses. Right? You call Joe
Bounce
Quinners.
houses to the rescue.
Yep.
Surround the whole ride with
Yep.
bounce houses.
How
Everyone
awesome would that be?
Jump.
I'd be like, unhook that seat. It's very easy to get out of. And just jump. I'm in.
Crews were called in to assist.
We're waiting on the fire trucks from Clarksville to get here.
Yeah, that's right.
Montgomery County Fire Service used their 100-foot ladder,
Yeah.
along with their bucket, to save 19 riders and one carnival worker.
Where was is the carnival worker right there in the middle?
Yeah, they got stuck, I guess.
He climbed up but couldn't climb back down?
They saved 19, but one died.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How did they die? From a heart attack?
No.
Did they fall?
No.
Are you going to give me an answer? Your theory.
Choked on a corn dog.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't on the ride, though.
Years later,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
passed away
Mhm.
from cardiac arrest due to
Corn dog.
Who was also
corn
stranded.
dog at this theme park.
At the time,
Yeah, get 'em,
Addison and
Clarksville.
Autumn were separated from their younger sisters.
It was hard, especially because I didn't want to get down first, because I didn't want to leave her up there.
Boy, are they really stretching this story out to be something, huh? Wow, are they making this like an after-school special movie, right?
Next will be the movie documentary.
I can't wait.
So that was hard.
Who do you think the villain's going to be?
The first tow truck, or the first,
No, the villain's the operator.
the guy that got stuck.
No, the guy that's operating. You know, okay, everybody buckled up. Ready? Going up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because one of his daughters, okay, their mom, he had a thing with the mom. The operator had a thing with her mom.
So his vengeance is on the
And
daughters.
the mom dumped him because he's a Ferris wheel operator. Okay, she's not into Ferris wheel operators. And now he's pissed.
Oh my
and he's
goodness.
seeking revenge, and he's doing it through his daughter. But his plan was okay, that's why the one guy got stuck.
Uh-huh.
He was going to be the savior. So he climbed up, okay, to try and save them. To be like, the mom would be like,
That'd be the hero. He'd be the hero.
Yes, you saved my babies. I was wrong about Ferris wheel operators.
So wrong.
I was so mooches, smooches.
I do love you.
Yes. Let's go on the carousel. Right. So, yeah, that's the movie.
Let's stay on the ground from now on.
So, but now he screwed up because now he's stuck up there.
And now he's going to look like a doofus.
And now Clarksville comes to the rescue. Right.
And the fireman is her new true love.
Oh, yeah, she falls in love with Wes Golden.
He's not a fireman, though.
No, he's mayor.
Right.
He was a fireman.
He was a fireman, yeah. But
And now, and Sarah gets pissed.
oh my gosh.
Okay, Sarah Golden. Mayor's wife gets pissed at this lady because she's hitting on Mayor Wes Golden.
Like, he's taken. He's mine.
She's like, but I love his squinty eyes. I'm so attracted to his squinty eyes.
Oh, my word. I love when he smiles. It looks like he can't even look at me.
Yes. So, yeah, that's the movie that they should make after this. Boy, are they stretching this out.
That was probably the moment that I was actually the scaredest.
I couldn't hold her hand. I could talk to her, but I'm just so proud of her for staying calm.
Over 3 hours later, the girl.
I know.
It's good for them, okay? Just, okay. Wait until real life hits you in the head. Okay?
Right.
Being stuck in the chair. Like, if this thing, like, came crashing down and you survived it.
Right. Totally different story.
Right.
Totally different story.
Girls say they were overwhelmed with emotions once they were all safely back on the ground.
I just personally hope that everyone learns from this. And
what's to learn?
I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
I can't wait to find out.
All right, Autumn. Teach us, Autumn. Young Autumn.
Don't trust technology.
Here. What do you think the lesson's going to be?
Oh, her lesson, that sometimes you just need to be still.
I think I think she's going to go the route of, appreciate your family and your loved ones. You never know when it's...
when you're going to be stuck.
Okay, yeah. You never know when it just may not be there. Okay?
Right. You might be separated for a time,
yeah.
But you will be reunited.
Yeah, you may be away for 3 hours, but Clarksville's going to fix that. All right, let's see what she's going to...
I wonder if her feet fell asleep.
Let's see what the lesson is. Or maybe the lesson's going to be pee before you go on these rides.
Oh, that'd be a good lesson.
Yeah,
you never know if you're going to be stuck up there, so you should probably pee first.
She can save this whole interview if she says that. If she says, listen, here's the lesson you got to learn. Before you go on these rides, take a dump, okay? I was up there prairie dogging for 3 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Prairie dogging. I had to throw the pair of underwear out. Right. It looked like someone dripped chocolate on it. Learning lesson. Get bigger trucks, says Jerry.
I hope that everyone learns from this, and that people just keep in the back of the mind that we never know what's going to happen. We don't never know when our last day is going to be. So
I know it.
When our last day is going to be.
Wow.
She related this to dying.
Wow. Autumn.
If this is the closest you come to death, you are a very sheltered child.
And you know what? I'm happy for them. I'm glad they're safe, okay? I'm glad nothing terrible happened. Wow. I don't know. It goes back to the Bible verse.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah. She's grateful for much.
Yes.
Right now, she's grateful for much.
Absolutely.
Whatever got her there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as she's grateful.
It's true.
Right. And our difference is maybe we had bigger struggles in life, okay?
But this was a big one for her.
Right.
And we can't compare that.
Exactly. And so that's why I'm done mocking her. Maybe.
Joe.
Maybe. It's just...
make every moment count, but don't ride a big ride at 85 feet in the air.
In Erin, Tennessee.
Get back on the ride.
She won't get back on the ride.
No, she won't.
No.
No way.
Kendall Ashman, News 2.
And great job, fire crews. Well, last night, no one was hurt, thankfully. According to an inspection report, the ride passed inspection on Monday. A third party is now conducting a post-incident inspection.
Yeah. And then another party's wiping down all the seats of pee. But I think they should make that...
They need to sanitize that ride.
They should make the movie, though. Right.
What are they going to call this movie?
Golden Showers.
How many feet up were they? 85 feet?
Yes, 100 feet.
No.
Yeah, 85 feet. Right.
85 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe they call it 85 feet.
Yeah.
In the air.
85 feet closer to heaven. No, 85 feet from hell. Yes.
85 feet from the drop.
Yeah. The Ferris wheel operator.
The Ferris wheel operator. The operator.
Yeah, the operator.
Because then you don't know what he's operating. Ooh.
Mommy, save me. All right, I'm done with this story.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We only got to 2 stories today because we have gone on so many tangents about them.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. All right. We don't even have time for games. Here.
I know.
What is it? It's 9:10? All right. Let's do your promotions.
Okay.
All right. Let's do your promos. Hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, the whole bit, all right? Okay. This computer sucks.
We put the paint
All right, Link.
brush.
You played the song so much, I feel like it's our theme song now.
It is your
I didn't
theme
even
song.
get to choose.
That was my whole goal.
You just chose for me.
I know.
On the canvas,
We call it art. Absolutely, John Doe.
Thanks for joining us.
John Doe got stuck on a carnival ride when he was a kid, and the wind started to pick up, and I puked all over the people below me.
Oh, unfortunate for them.
Yo, imagine they got stuck on that ride this weekend with that wind and rain.
Oh.
Now that would be like, okay,
Can you
I get
imagine
it,
if
kid.
you're like 3 rides over and you're like, oh, what was that wetness? Is it
Why
raining?
is there chunks?
Why does it smell so bad? Oh my gosh! Ew.
Did
You
somebody
taste
eat
it?
beans?
Ew, you just tasted it. That's so gross.
Well, I didn't have no choice. It flew into my mouth. All right.
I'm so glad I'm fasting.
All right, so you got paint and sip. This is coming up in when is this?
I don't know if that's the one anymore.
This one's coming up in April, I believe.
There's a bouquet
Okay.
one.
I like these. This is where you sip some wine and you paint.
Yeah, and then there's a paint your pet one coming up too.
You get to paint your actual pet?
Yeah, you submit your pet's picture,
Oh.
and then we get it on the canvas.
You got to
Just-
do it in person. You
And
got to bring the
you-
pet in and you paint the actual pet.
Oh, painting.
Yes. Sign me up. I'll paint someone's pet.
You'll paint someone's pet. That's funny.
I'll do it.
A twist on the paint your pet experience.
I would paint all white dogs, right? I'd get 3 white dogs or 2 white dogs, right? And I paint them all black, and I'd be like, Black Labs Matter.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be my my post. Black Labs Matter.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, you got a bunch of events going on, of course.
Lots of them.
Yeah, go check out artlinkclarksville.com. See what's right for you. And don't forget the big save the date for Artsville Fest.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got going on, Artsville Fest?
Right now, you have the entry for live. So if you do film, fashion, or are a performing artist, you can enter your work right now and be a part of that competition. The entry is totally free, and the voting begins very soon.
And
so.
you definitely want to come see this. This is on a Tuesday night, okay, September 30th, okay?
Yep.
You got plenty of time to reserve that day in your calendar.
Yep.
This is a great show. It's a fun show.
Super fun.
All right, whoever's DJing it really does keep it together.
Yeah, he's on the. We'll talk about this later.
He believes there is space.
The next thing that you can enter is the visual art show. So if you are a 2-dimensional artist and your work can be hung, you can enter. Or if you do any kind of sculpture, you can also enter, and your piece will be in the gallery upon entry.
Can I do a hung sculpture?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. So in this one you want to go check out too. Where is this going to be at?
This will be at the ArtLink building.
Uh-huh.
So the whole building is going to be encompassed with art this night.
Very
So
cool.
you
And
can
that's
get
Friday, October 2nd.
This is Thursday,
I'm
October
sorry.
2nd. You can come to the front where ArtLink's studio is, make your mask because it's a masquerade, themed night, speakeasy masquerade.
Yeah.
And then you can walk around the corner where the whole building is going to be lit up, but it'll be really fun.
Nice.
We've got a sober bar, and we've got food, we've got music, and then in Ola's space is going to be where the visual art
And that's the back of the
gallery will
building.
be. Mhm.
Yeah, very good. And then, yes, September 30th
All
through the
the
October
days.
4th. You got them all. What's going on October 4th?
October 4th is the street festival. We're shutting down some roads downtown.
That's Saturday.
We're filling them and taking them over for some art. So it's going to be super fun. We've got vendors, food trucks, artists, live creating artists, community art projects that you could participate in, all kinds of really fun stuff. A kids zone.
It's awesome. Yeah, it really is. It's a place to be. October 4th. Make sure that you're there.
Yep.
Good stuff, Maria. Thanks. By the way, the to-go box, the Art of Giving, it's now up and running, correct?
Yep. We have 3 boxes, and we need your help. We need sponsors to donate to our supplies. That QR code takes you to the supply list that we have, and that's a great way that you could give back. We also need people that can help make the art kits and people that want to go fill the boxes.
There you go. Check that out. So I just screenshotted the barcode there. So now I can go back.
That's right. You can.
Go do it. Oh, here's your theme song.
Oh yeah.
That nobody wanted, but it's perfect. Right? It works. We call it art. All right. ArtLinkClarksville.com. Good stuff, Maria.
Thank you.
So Jerry goes, I want to help with Joe's sculpture. I'll pose. You didn't get the joke, huh? The hung sculpture?
Yeah, I get it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shame.
Just delayed.
Imagine that poor lady up there in space stuck with guys just making just stupid guy jokes.
Oh, Daryl would be stuck in space with you.
Oh, it would be. You wouldn't last 88 days. 288 days.
288 days. Woo.
Waterdogs.scuba.com if you want to go to space and scuba dive.
Yes.
Okay, contact
exactly.
Maria and waterdogs.scuba.com. Yeah, they are fantastic. Yeah, it's still March. Did you do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
I wore green.
Okay. Well, Clarksville's office now, okay, wants to earn you some cash. Yes. Woo-hoo! Feeling lucky, receive 50% off your first month rent or a $250 cash by referring a friend who signs a lease for a private suite here at office now. All right. I was at Clarksville third base for St. Patrick's Day.
How was that one?
We did St. Patrick's Day trivia. It was like a sea of green. Everyone was dressed in green. It's pretty cool. Yep.
It's the one day that you can't use a green screen. It would just be floating heads.
Or space.
Ooh. Would they be floating? They would be floating.
They sang me happy birthday.
Was it your birthday?
Yeah, it was.
Your birthday is St. Patrick's Day?
Every St. Patrick's Day.
I didn't know your birthday was March 17th.
I don't promote it, really.
Well.
I'm not a chick. You know what I mean?
Well.
Chicks do birthday weekends, birthday weeks.
Word.
Like you did a birthday week.
Duh.
So stupid.
How funny. You're Irish.
Not really.
No, you're not Irish.
Not really. I'm sure there's some in there. Yeah.
Well, where do you get your redhead and your freckles and your...
My mom's German, English, all that stuff, yeah. My father's Italian. Yeah.
Oh.
He wanted me... St. Joseph's Day...
Is he Northern Italian?
No. He's dark. He's dark-skinned. So, my...
That's crazy, because Northern Italians are redheads.
Right, that's right.
So you could have gotten it from that.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Huh.
So, my father, the Italian one, he wanted me to be born on St. Joseph's Day. Okay, which is 2 days after St. Patrick's Day.
And that's your name.
So
Joseph.
Yeah. So he's
Wait,
like,
is this a true story?
yes.
Wow.
So he goes to my mom. She's like, can you hold out for 2 more days? She's like, get out of the room. Get out of the room. You're not here to witness this now. Get out.
That's funny.
This thing's coming out now. Just 2 more.
This thing. She called you a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I remember. I heard her. It was more like, that's what I heard. All right. Tuesdays at O'Connor's. That's always fun. Cash prizes. People love cash.
They do.
Wicked Good is Thursdays. Okay. Skyline 500 is tonight. Wednesdays. This trivia all the time. Yep. It's good times. Real quick. You want to do a quick anatomy?
Really quick.
Okay. This is the human body. Here's the book I studied for 10 years. Here's my first patient. It's funny. Ain't that the truth, huh?
That is funny.
Okay, from the zoomed in image, name the body part.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
What?
A heel.
Take a close look.
It's not your heel?
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I can't tell if it's on something or it's full. I think it's a heel.
You're going with heel.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Very
Yay!
good. Very good. Good job. Okay, see, real easy. Oh. What is that? It's zoomed in. What body part is that, Maria?
I think it's right here.
Your tricep?
Yeah.
You're going with tricep.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
It was a knee. It was a knee. She's got some cockeyed knees here, huh?
Yeah.
Cockeyed. It's a funny word,
Weird,
cockeyed.
because there's no eyes in your knee.
No. You got 2 E's, though.
Yes, you do. Oh, that's your nose.
Very good.
That's his nose.
Yes. Ooh.
What?
What is that, Maria?
That's like right here. Somewhere in your hand.
You're going with your palm?
Yeah.
You're saying this is a palm?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yay, that's a very wrinkly palm.
Yeah. Yeah, that palm's been around.
Yeah.
That palm's been used.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay, maybe that's like.
What are you doing with your arm?
I'm trying to describe where it is. There's.
Maybe you should go lower.
Could be your leg.
Maybe we should go higher.
I know you didn't do an inappropriate spot.
Oh, really? All right, you were right. The elbow. Yeah, the elbow pit.
Yeah, I
Yep.
guess not.
It's
I
the
was
elbow
back.
pit.
I was okay.
All right, very good. Not bad. You did pretty good. Did pretty good. All right, come on out. Tonight, Sideline 500 Rooftop Trivia, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. And, yes, don't forget the artlinkclarksville.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for being a part of the show. Maria, good job as always.
It was fun.
Glad we got 2 stories in.
I know. So much stuff.
Astronauts, and at least we wrote a movie.
It's true. We wrote several, actually.
No, just one.
No, I think there are several at play here.
Well, you think this could be a franchise?
Oh, yeah.
The Ferris wheel or the carousel, whatever?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah? We'll call the
It's a
movie
series.
Swingers.
Swingers.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. But like we said, make sure to write back what is wrong and move along to the next one. You know, put Christ first. Do it. Do it. I know it's not easy because it hasn't been your habit, hasn't been your ritual, hasn't been part of your day-to-day schedule. But I recommend that you put it in your calendar.
There you go. Yep. Start a new routine.
Yeah, start a new routine.
Start a new one.
I'm Joe Padula.
And I'm Maria Haycraft.
And this was the local news you needed to know. Absolutely.